Johnny Bristol would come in every day because Johnny Bristol was dating one of my employees at the time. They were young. He was singing with a group. I don't really, Motown. Barry's sister had her label, Thelma, I believe. I'm not sure, but she had him sign with her, and he wrote the tune "Someday We'll Be Together." And Johnny Bristol would be in the store every day, all through the day, because his girl worked at the time. And sometimes I would drive them home at night when I closed up. He would maybe they'd pick her up, and I would drive them both home. And then he went on. He had the biggest thing, probably one of the biggest songs in Motown High, Johnny Bristol, "Hang On, Sloopy."
Sloopy, hang
Right.
on.
Yeah. Well, see, like I said, they all came in there. Well, not everybody, but I suppose, and I didn't necessarily have to see everybody because some of my employees would tell me so and so was there and they sang, but I maybe didn't see them.
They
But
would sing, you said? They would go in
not
and sing?
what
Okay.
what sometimes that was dramatic Run Banks because Run Banks and the Dramatics guy who he said he organized the Dramatics. I don't know what he did or not. I take him as his word. He worked at traffic court. He was coming to the store every day on this lunch hour. He wanted me to listen to them sing. They had a group, and Ron Bank was a member of the group. And another guy, Squirrel, they all
The
was in it.
squirrel? Who's
No,
the
no,
squirrel?
Squirrel was one of the guys who was in the dramatic. They called him Squirrel. His name was
How do you
Squirrel.
get that name, the squirrel?
I don't know,
Oh, okay.
but he was one of the original dramatics. I guess he's still living today. I'm not sure. Some of them have left. They wanted to sing for me because they wanted me to be their manager. I had a group called the Moniques that I was manager of. They sound just like the Temptation. In fact, they was friends with the Temptation. They sang together. They rehearsed together. Three girls. We got 10 days at 20 grand. We didn't have a record.
Hmm.
We was open up for a group called I don't remember the group we opened up for. But Levi Mann ran the band. They had 10 days down there. But so therefore everybody wanted, not everybody, people would know me would say, "You want to be our manager." So Ron Bank would come down there. He brought Ron Banks down to the store. Said Ron Bank can sing higher than Eddie Kendrick. One day, a couple of days, Ron Banks came to the store and he performed for me in the store. He was just singing, him and the other guys, come out showing me how high he could get. And they didn't have a record out at the time. They wanted me to be their manager. And that's the fact. L.J. Reynolds, when he came in town, one evening around dusk, he called me on the phone. He wanted to meet me. He called, asked me about somebody, I think. We met downtown at Floods, and we talked. And he asked me about being manager him at the time. He was a group from down south, I believe, and he had been here or something. I had met him a couple of times before. But at the time, everybody was, like everybody, a lot of people were trying to sing because Motown was getting on the scene. Everybody was trying to do wop and want to sing, be a star. That's my group. That's how I got them. And they did real good. And we did a tune called Double O Soul by Ebony Starr. We changed the words to the Robert D show. We made a dub and we played it for the disc jockey out of WCHB.
Called Robert D. He had the Robert D show.
Right.
So you made
And
a theme song for his radio show
right.
there in Detroit, the hometown radio disc jockey.
Right.
So a group you were managing did that for him. Did he actually play it on the air?
Oh yeah, he played that was his theme song, what we were singing.
From then on?
For a while.
Wow.
It's a Robert D show, it's a Robert D show.
It's a Robert D show.
They sang the same tune of Double O Soul.
Yeah, yeah. They call
They
it
just
Double O Soul.
they just changed the tune. But anyway, so we made a name for ourselves that way. And we was getting little gigs. But I had the store, I had two stores I was running. And it was running me down because I would take them places. I'd be there to rehearse. I knew the tunes. I liked them. And, like we did what they was doing directly. Like the Motown, we used it.
You were a Barry Gordy for a while. You had your own mini Motown records with the Moniques.
I had the Monique for a couple of years or so. I don't remember how long we had them, but anyway, my daughter was born. I named her after the group at the time,
Does she
Monique.
like that? Does your daughter Monique like
Yeah,
that story?
yeah, she's grown now. She works for the
Does
city.
she like to tell her friends about that? Like her
I don't know. No, I don't even know that.
So,
You know.